just got Jess for a little bit.
Let's get a recap.
Okay. Movies later then. I'll go ahead and do it again since I tend to have all the notes. So.
Holy shit.
Whoa. As we're being followed through the mist, or we feel we're being followed through the mist, we are pretty much offered a spot in the camp by Kalith the Orc.
Okay.
She, pretty much gives us a spot there. She and her companions are going to move on, but she comes to us and gives us a request for us to, if we are going to take out the pilgrims, she wants her stolen money back. She doesn't tell us how much, if this is true, but she just would like to get her money or treasure back, whatever it was. She mentions that Glaive might be leading them, and that the pilgrims revere everything, I guess, technologically as secret relics. She mentions that there was some sort of pink flash that kept Kalith awake for 3 days, but we didn't press too much on that.
I meant to.
We also find that we also find that Vera's illusion does not work, and her robot face is her robot face is kind of coming through, so her illusion is completely gone. During that first night, we pretty much talk a little bit about before anything really happens, kind of sets an alarm spell, and we are suddenly surprised by a bronze figure sitting at the camp with us, or with Vera, who's on watch. She just wants to talk, and basically offers Vera sanctuary because of her robot Warforged appearance or being. Does not at all care about any of us flesh bags, and she also says that she also insinuates that she is not a pilgrim, leading us to believe that there are maybe two sets of Warforged pilgrims and those who follow the Lord of Blades.
The Lord Savior, the Lord Blades.
The Lord Savior Blades. Vera is very curious about the Warforged, but we don't really do much about it. The next day, pretty much talk about that, and we let Canis lead on, and he has so much trouble navigating that he is immediately hit by a large javelin, and we are basically ambushed in combat by Glaive and 3 Warforged. Tough fight, but we managed to do some clever things and put her on the run. Glaive manages to escape and run off, but Ellanis managed to hit her with a hunter's mark. If we wanted to chase after her, she'd be able to at least track that. On the dead Warforged, we don't find anything of note except for the symbol of House Cannith / the Lord of Blades symbol. I don't know if we as characters note that or understand what the symbol is, but we at least see the symbol. However, that night, Garret and Oordem are on watch together, pretty much talking about how Garret wanted to talk to Vecna with Commune all this time, and while they're talking, Garret feels a bit of a sting, and then Oordem's face turns skeletal. Half of his face turns skeletal. Starts to have what he believes is a vision, and it turns out it's Vecna talking to him. Gives him some of the information that we got out of that was that he was offered a place, and you have a choice, things directly said to Garret. Slides a spell book with a prominent Vecna logo on it. We find that Garret's found spell book was essentially placed there for him to find Vecna, or something similar to that. A couple other things of dialogue between them, before he mentions that Bane is now pledged himself to Vecna, to be a general, and it ends that sort of discussion on a vision that is apparently a prediction of the future, or showing the actual future, of the entire party dead except for Garret, I believe. Afterwards, he snaps out of it and starts telling Oordem what's going on. Tells him about Bane, because Bane is Oordem's deity. Oordem kind of panics and then goes ahead, grabs his potion of mind reading he had, and probes Garret's mind. Pretty much gets all the information that Garret had, and Garret regardless, knows that he was probed. This kind of made him feel defeated, on top of just everything that Vecna told him. And so, as he was heading off to just sort of go to bed, not quite sulking, but obviously upset and sad, he heard in his head, "They don't trust you," by Vecna.
And it's so fucking true!
Yeah. Or is it? That's pretty much everything I got.
I had to step away for 2 seconds. Repeat that last sentence.
They don't trust you, Vecna said to Garret.
Okay. Well, yeah. Obviously.
Ooh, drama.
Friends will betray you.
Yeah,
Did I miss anything from anybody else wanted to add?
Kenneth's got them, and they're exactly where they wanted to be, so that he's great at directions. Yeah.
Just like Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second shift ends and people go to bed, and morning comes with some concern, but not really any eventful ambushes or anything.
Well, I hope we get waiting for any ambush. Maybe that's just me.
Well, the threat that lays out there is it's there.
Yeah, she wants that smoke twice.
Well, the alarm doesn't go off, and it's fine.
Everyone, it's just probably like early morning. Just everyone get up, come on.
I didn't hear any alarm, so nothing of interest must have happened last night.
Oordem just kind of...
There wasn't.
No surprise
Oordem just
visitors
kind of,
from outside the camp. No Warforged.
Oordem just
That's
sits
what I
in
saw.
silence as he's kind of getting his breakfast. Kind of staring at the fire, whatever we're doing for breakfast.
Awkward.
I don't-
Lost in thought.
I don't know what we do for breakfast. I just nuts and berries, really.
Rations.
We don't have food.
Oh, I don't I have a never-ending bag of croissants or whatever?
No, you just have a ton of them.
Yeah. Stockpile. They're all stale now. Let's eat them anyway.
Probably.
Not with prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
The
Purify food here. Prestidigitation.
with a mouthful
Presto digitation.
with a mouthful of pastries, I'll ask them. I've been excuse me. I've been thinking about the explosion that happened in this realm several weeks ago. It said a pink flash. Most of the magic we have associated with Vecna is pink. They say there's no correlation, but I have to wonder.
Does that feel wrong?
Well, it could be a coincidence.
It could be. I don't know. Just something feels wrong about that, but maybe something to think about.
It may not necessarily be Vecna, although the same type of magic that he would use has decimated this world.
Well, I think if he was going for decimation, there'd be a lot more walking corpses.
What are Warforged but walking corpses?
I think they're respectable and fine individuals.
I
Especially for those who can't speak right now.
I don't think
Fear is still recharging.
I don't think they were alive at any point. They were
I would
created.
assume they're forged.
Yes.
Yeah, the terminology goes.
The undead are walking corpses, are they not? Or what's the difference?
Well, one is something that I made the sword. One is I took the sword out of the ground when it was supposed to be buried. And it was a fleshing person. kind of a whole dark ordeal.
Speak of the devil.
She's not the devil.
Alright.
No, it's okay. We were just talking about Warforged and how they have no soul.
They're living in respectable people.
Warforges are gingers.
Oh my god, Phil, I need to send you something real quick.
Look
Glaive was
Really?
orange. Glaive was orange.
We're not, no.
Well, I say Phil, but like anybody who appreciate there's a Overwatch thing with my hero, and All Might just looks straight out of
So
fucking Warhammer.
Why?
Space Marine looking ass.
Ramatra was right
Oh,
there. Ramatra was right there, team. Come on.
It's incredible.
I've just gotten into, well, not just, but I've gotten into My Hero Academia, so I'm kind of tempted to get some skins.
It's very
Don't-
good.
Don't give
There's
Blizzard
a
money.
really good Shigaraki one. It looks so good.
Don't give them money.
I give them $15 a month. They got,
Yeah.
they got
Give 'em
my
less.
money.
It's World of Warcraft.
Anyway, we're supposed to be at a camp in a very desolate valley trying to fight off.
Yes, this is a very typical conversation, Ellanis. I do enjoy engaging in some Overwatch every now and then. Fantasy Overwatch.
I see.
It's a very weird board game we used to play, but it's fine.
What did I miss so far?
Nothing but
Everybody's woken
nothing but
up.
meaningless conversation.
It's been awkward.
Hell yeah,
Meaningless
I love
conversation.
awkward conversation.
But now that you're here, it feels like we're all awake and ready to keep moving.
We joke, but the topic did come up that these Warforged actually do have souls. Because
Or
believe-
walking corpses, or
like what? Yeah, if they're corpses encased in bodies, or
Joey
metal
made the
bodies.
connection that Joey made the connection that the pink flash is similar to the magic that we've been seeing with the coloring of Vecna's magic. Whether or not it's related, we're just at least pondering that.
Like the pink flash that I saw in my vision whenever I was communing with the Lady of Pain.
Oh,
Perhaps, I don't know if you told us that you saw that flash.
forgot
I
about
haven't
that.
had time. Vera has not had time to sit down and have that conversation.
Well, you
Even Garret didn't ask her what happened. He was just like, "It's my turn on the phone."
well, we
And
were
then all hell broke loose.
just talking about that. If you want to chime in.
Well, then, yeah, at that point, sorry, I'm still getting over this fucking cold. It's all this sand. It's in my face and getting in my lungs that don't actually exist.
Of course, and it gets everywhere.
Jesus. Sorry. If I don't mute fast enough, I'm very sorry. Yeah, she would definitely have brought up. Well, it's funny you say that.
Are you
Because-
okay?
Right. Well, no. Yes and no. Talking about pink flashes. So right before all hell broke loose in Sigil, I may or may not have communed with the Lady of Pain.
The deity of Sigil.
Uh-huh. And I felt very
Damn.
silly because I asked a bunch of very stupid questions. Because frankly, I okay. And then she'll go on to explain that Illustrial had given her the piece of the rod to say, hey, you should probably use this. See what happens, LOL. And that she did, and didn't prepare any questions, and asked her a bunch of stupid questions. And then after that, it just kind of like everything went a bit crazy, and I saw like Sigil, and I think it was the moment, and well, the Outlands really, I think, and I think it was the moment that Vecna was imprisoned. But like I was there. Anyway, there was a bunch of weird green and pinks and reds and purples, I think, and colors.
Well, that pink is one of those colors.
I mean, green, obviously. For
Oh, that orc's name only mentioned pink.
I mean, it might not even be the same thing, but I mean, why wouldn't it be? Seems a bit
Yeah, who chooses
weird.
pink?
Honestly,
I think
blue's a much better color.
Or red?
we're skipping past.
Sorry, sand in my throat. It's immersive. I don't know if it was the same thing, but yeah, very bizarre. And then I came back and everything went to shit.
I'm sorry, bizarre.
Bit of a
You communed with a. Did you? So you didn't know you were communing with her? She just presented herself.
I just, took it and was like, I meditated on it, and I was in this hallway, like with a carpet and everything, and it led up to a throne, and there she was, and my first question was, "Are you the Lady of Pain?" Ugh.
and its face palms.
So does Vera.
Well, you can't if. I think you would also freak out if you were speaking with,
You knew what she looked like beforehand, didn't you?
No, not really.
Even I had the common sense to look up in the local library, what does the ruler of this realm look like?
Look, we were focusing on other things. I had other things going on at the minute.
and
Oh, we get our proper long rest as well, right?
Yahweh.
Yeah, just
Sure.
I think I did that.
Do we
Are you
feel?
sure, me?
I'm a hit.
Sorry, I do not like pressing the button until I get actual confirmation, because you can't undo that on D&D Beyond.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
do we? Because I'm about to hit it.
Well, I rolled
How about-
like
how about a person?
80 hit points last game, so I assume that's... I did it last time, so...
Yeah.
We're still level 12.
Yes.
Oh.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything whenever I first came in.
We haven't solved Eberron yet.
Look, I
Or
want to follow.
Eberron puzzle.
If you're not if you're not learning the pacing.
So yeah, that
Happened.
happened. So maybe the pinks are connected, though I didn't really associate pink with Vecna. It's not really his. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I think that's what the realm looks like, but I might be metagaming because that's the cover of the book. It's all pink and purples.
Yeah, no, Vera had that moment of like, actually, now that I'm thinking on it.
It's a reddish hue to it, but yeah.
His eyes pink.
His magics and that one plane you fought him in was the same color, so...
That's true. That's true.
Even if it doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything in game, it's still a prominent it makes sense that the character would make that connection.
So, yeah, that's a thing that happened.
And this is just gonna.
It literally happened like right before everything went to hell.
No, I just like you were so. You're maybe there when he got canned.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say yes. But
I would beg for a legend lore right now.
really, there's not a whole lot to know. It's not very interesting.
It sounds interesting. This might be some grand fate thing. You were there when he was canned the first time, and now you're involved when he might get canned the second?
I don't know that I was involved. I may have been there, but I don't know if I was involved.
In an
I have
ancient
Ellanis.
battle.
Ellanis, you need to understand. I have no memory of any of this. None at all.
But that's cool as shit.
I mean, yeah, but
Like, that's not like you're chosen by a lady. She kind of like transcend this sort of like thing on you, and you're gonna have been involved in stopping evil maybe twice, even if you were just present for the first one, definitely active for the second.
I'm old, Ellanis. I don't.
You're a robot. You don't feel joints like we do.
I'm not though. Not like the ones here.
Well, I would assume. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you needed second hearts if mine were to get blasted out. You just someone else could fix it.
I don't know.
And again, Oordem's healing spells do work on you.
I'm not.
This is true.
I'm not like Glaive.
Oh no, you're not a.
No, I mean like that's not.
Glaive
I'm not-
seems to disagree with that.
I'm not a Warforged.
Well, you're special. You're
I was
definitely
gonna say
that.
I'm like Archie, but you didn't meet Archie.
Who?
Oh,
Archie
I wish
sounds
Archie
like
were here.
Archie sounds very pleasant.
He was absolutely amazing. I miss him every day.
I would send him on errands.
Right? Okay.
Anyway, I just wanted to relay that
No,
I saw some pink.
thank you. That's very important. Also, I think the other facts are also very important. Thank you for
Not-
sharing.
Not important at all.
Vera, did
Yes,
one last
Oordem.
thing about that. Did
Yes, Oordem.
did it feel like you were seeing a vision of the past, or the actual past, or that you were actually there? Not just transposed in that point of time, but actually existed in that point of time.
It just like my mind was taken back.
Like a memory unlocking.
Maybe I just sorry, I'm looking through my notes.
I got sand all over my journal. Ugh.
Oh, god
terrible.
damn it. Sand, it gets everywhere.
Yeah, just my mind was taken back. I could feel myself weaving through existence almost. I went out. I could see everything that was happening in Sigil and the Outlands as a whole, like the whole thing. There was this beam of green light through Sigil. There was reds and pinks and greens. There was a face in the sky. Vecna's, presumably.
He does
Are
say.
you sure it was the? Are you sure it was the past and not a vision of the future?
It was in the midst of when the Lady of Pain locked Vecna in the vault. That was my realization. She showed it to me.
Mm.
She unlocked that memory.
And then,
Question mark.
then immediately after the attack took place in
Yes.
the sanctum.
Completely coincidental. I'd like to point out that had nothing to do with me. I asked Lady Lustral because I thought I did that.
No, I wouldn't assume you meant that.
Well, no, I thought that maybe I had. What's the word? Distracted
Called?
the Lady of Pain for a moment, but that would make sense because it's not like she's still keeping him locked up. He's out.
Definitely out and about.
Anyway,
Well, what is our
Lots of
goal for
questions.
today? What is
Our
our goal
goal-
for today? To continue north with the river?
We were gonna
That's
meet the pilgrims, right?
was the plan. I'm trying to find them.
How long does that hunter's mark last?
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone, okay.
It's 8 hours, yeah.
Thought maybe it was
Yeah,
longer.
lost the feeling. Not at this level.
Which way was it before we... At least we know the direction.
I think. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
We're paying attention.
I was busy sleeping. Well, trancing. I lost concentration.
Back to square one, then.
Roll that survival.
Janice?
Baby.
Janice? I'm gonna give him guidance every time because we're traveling together.
gonna give him Bardic now.
What did we determine those
lights
at the other side of the river was? Did we figure that out? I don't think so.
We didn't.
Yeah.
They were there.
Okay.
Oordem will, as we start moving, if he's able to at least pass by Garret, he'll go ahead and sort of silently, I mean, not sneakily, but silently, just do a the split mage the twinned mage armor.
Thanks.
Your morning
He
ritual.
declines.
You don't have
Don't touch
to.
me.
You don't have to explain every time when you do it. We all know at this point. It's not a secret. See, the pilgrims.
Give me that survival check.
Okay.
With a D4.
D4
Aha.
advantage.
I manifested that
Advantage.
20.
Okay. Good, because that was a natural 1.
Damn it!
Whoop.
I don't know why you're
More
trusting.
than that.
I don't know why you're trusting Candlestis. 13.
We're getting a little lost.
I point backwards, back to the town. This way, I believe.
So I have time.
No, a 13.
That's fine. I'm assuming, is that take a couple hours then, DM?
It takes many hours.
I
Till
see.
you finally get a little oriented, and it feels like it's.
It-
It gets
Mhm.
it gets late into the afternoon, and frustrations rise, and just as
Can-
you guys get upset
Um,
with Canis. What's up?
I was just gonna ask, can I have a one conversation?
Go for it.
I think maybe after hour 2 or 3, maybe the second turnaround, I would pull up next to Garret.
We pass the same stone
Same
formation for the
stone.
second time.
It's like turning right. We turned right last time.
I'm just following
No,
a
I just
river.
wanted
It
to-
can't be hard to follow a river.
And yet,
Yet.
Sorry.
It's the mist, man.
No. Garret,
Yes.
I. Two things. I did want to say thank you for that night on the roof.
Oh, well,
I really only remember the roof, so I don't know what I said.
you were quite drunk. I really don't expect you to, but
Shame.
it wasn't a problem at all.
Just
Helping each other out, you know.
it. Yeah, I never. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Being earnest hurts.
I can very much see that you're acting quite different in a conversation as thus.
Well, I don't know. You were everyone else was kind of hagging on me, and you just decided to hear me out, which was nice. And I thought like that. I care. I want to hear that, especially after leaving in the corner with that fight. That cone of cold was really neat.
He chuckles.
'Cause
It's certainly interesting in the field of combat, trying to plan around the rest of you while everyone runs around and does their own things, but I was at least able to get that much in.
that's kind of why I try to stay up on up and away. Don't want to get in the middle of things, because especially with me, I don't think I can take that much kind of damage. And then as a heads up, in case you need any setup from me.
Yeah.
There's some tricks in my sleeves.
I'll very much keep that in mind. But,
But
thank you.
now, point 2. Since you listened to me, I wanted to see what's going on with you.
Oh, me?
You've been suspiciously quiet since the start of this trip.
Garret kind of just reaches up and scratches the back of his head and looks around. maybe... I don't exactly know why. Well, I do have an idea of why. But I think after our last trip in the Astral Sea and how things ended, it left me a bit sour. Just on top of that, I've been having a lot of thoughts and questions up here. And it's... I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been following everyone and doing the thing, but just more or less trying to let other people take the reins for as far as finding the pieces of the rod, since the rod itself doesn't really care much for me.
Was it the fact that it blew you 10 feet across the way?
Well, I mean, that was certainly a factor to it. There's some other things, but wouldn't really want to go into them right now.
I can get that. Definitely. Still waiting for a couple of those to hit on my side, but they'll sound like a later conversation too. I just wanted to see how it felt weird. It was,
Right.
I'm always kind of used to your quips next to...
Well, at
you know.
least someone noticed. But, I... Thank you. But, I'm just,
Okay, I may be an asshat, I may be dumb, but I can listen.
It's nothing truly of note. Trust me.
If it's getting me to shut up, it sounds like it's of note.
Well,
That's called having a problem with it. I know that much.
yeah, I suppose. But
That's just me.
maybe in a different setting I could go into.
Yeah, so we're in the middle of a desolate on Minos Valley where machines of war can come out from the sands and kill us all. But
It's quite the place out here. That's for sure.
if it helps for context, I have two older brothers. One was a Magistar of the whole academy, and the other one was an Azimar Blade Warrior for the Guard. And when they had problems, they had me. So I'm used to listening to things that everyone thinks are insane.
Yeah, but carrying on other people's burdens is a short way to cause your own mental state to go down, no?
A, you can't break what's already broken, and B, I think I'm doing just fine.
Fair enough. Well, dude, you doing just fine out of everyone. After that night? You sure? Oh.
Healing is a river. Sometimes it flows, sometimes it stops. That was not a quote from me.
Oh. Who was it then?
Sounds like you got to talk to me later. Now make sure Candace to the right. You'll run off.
Let's say during this whole conversation, imagine in the background, Candace is walking from one end of the screen to the other over and over, going, "No, I believe it's this way." At one point, he passes in between you, in the opposite direction.
God damn, the river goes one way.
This is very different than space.
There are less dimensions. This doesn't make any sense.
Yes, but in space you can see everything around you.
You can see everything around you. You just can't look down.
I can't see 5 feet in front of my face.
Yeah, to be fair, it's like a 15-foot max.
You could see 20 if you tried.
Yes, if I squint.
See, look, that's a rock formation. No, that's Vera. Shit.
Head toward that Vera-shaped rock.
Which one?
So, as I was saying, later in the afternoon, the sky starting to get a little darker again, just from the fog itself alone. You guys end up getting to a point where you're just completely lost. I need one more survival check.
All right.
I'll do guidance.
Follow the
on
river.
whoever doesn't.
Follow the river to the left.
And-
Stay on that side of it.
Plus,
Follow that through.
this guy has a D4. Okay, a little better. 13.
You
That's what you
rolled.
got last time.
Yeah, exactly the same.
We didn't get any better.
You're doing advantage.
Advantage, okay.
We have one more roll.
You're getting,
Here's
Come on, come on.
you're getting on pity
Come
on
on,
me.
here's the nat 20.
That's better. 19.
Oh, hey!
22.
22.
Oh, there's signs that we could have been following the whole time.
Yeah.
I told you I marked it.
No, as you guys are kind of beating Canis up, Canis, you look past them and you see this in the distance, this large, just looming windmill, kind of just the shape of it in the mist.
Oh, we're only halfway through the map.
You knew you were going the right way.
Like, see, I told you we would find it. Oh,
Isn't that the rock you said that we already been to earlier?
yes, the windmill-shaped rock.
I wanted to get out of this valley.
Yes. Me too. Listen.
That or we bring a horse next time.
Oh, I've been on my dragon the whole time. I've been having it easy.
Oh, so you haven't even been walking!
Lasts forever, right? Summon Steed?
As long as it doesn't die.
Yeah.
So
So
This windmill
it's big
itself
enough for
as you get
two.
closer.
So Vera's with me.
this windmill itself, the sides and the blades are reinforced with badly rusted steel plates, and the attached wooden building is in shambles. As you guys, as the mist begins to clear a bit, muddy roads lead up to this little town, and just barely off in the distance through the mist, you can see floating lights, similar that you saw on the horizon.
And this is the first sign of any type of settlement we've seen so far.
The settlement you were looking for, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you guys were heading up the river.
Guess it's something.
Those pilgrims were settled anywhere, it would probably be here. Everyone stay on alert. We still don't know if we can trust them.
One of the lights itself is starting to look like it's floating towards you guys. It's through the mist.
How about we try something different? We try a diplomatic approach.
Vera chokes. Did I just hear you correctly?
These
Or I can
Warforged,
kill him. I don't know.
these Warforged haven't been very diplomatic.
Because you guys haven't given them the chance.
Um,
Coming out with your swords drawn.
Well, I mean, they started first. Don't get that mixed up.
She really didn't, though, Ellanis.
Well, when she's not
She
swords
sat in our
drawn,
camp and wanted to speak.
she called me a fleshback. I don't think we started off on the right foot. But these might be different. So,
She's not wrong, though.
you don't. You start this.
You are a bag of flesh. Yes, Garret, what were you going to say?
nothing.
No, you spoke. Go on.
To be
Interject.
fair, they did have malicious intent.
Technically, yes. But still.
So what point is there in giving them a chance? If
Well, she didn't come in with a sword. She could have easily come into the camp with a sword to somebody's neck. She didn't. She was sitting at the fire, wanting
Yes.
to speak.
Because she thinks,
But
what
my
then?
point remains, she wanted to speak. She could have killed all of you and left me alone. I'm not siding with her. Don't misunderstand me. I'm just saying.
Kind of.
As you guys are
Well,
yelling, that light starts getting closer and closer.
yeah, it's like,
You hear, accompanied by the light, you hear.
What do we hear?
what are we here?
Just giant, which is appears to be larger footsteps falling with the light itself.
Yeah, I heard nothing, but sure.
We'll have my weapon drawn. Just drawn. It's not
Cast
at the ready.
resistance on myself. Cast
And as
resistance on myself.
As the light and the steps get closer, you guys begin to see the outline of a very, not very large, but larger than normal outline of a humanoid figure covered in tattered cloths. And at its right side, you can see a stick that ends in that's attached to the light itself. And stepping through the mist finally to greet you all is this almost 10-foot tall, larger
Ooh.
Warforged.
Hear me out.
This isn't a hear me out. You're just right.
Hear me. Anyway.
As it steps forward, it kind of stops, and it just looks at all you quietly.
Not to step closer.
I step closer.
No, I was talking to that gorgeous mountain of a man.
Sorry.
Yes.
Hey, you
And
can
it-
ask this. Just ask what it was.
No, that wasn't a character. But I was talking to that thing as I look up at him.
Hello.
Yeah, do you
A plus.
Greetings.
That's Vera.
Choking up again. Don't ask any stupid questions.
Do you want me to take it?
It's fine.
You got it.
Just
Okay.
dealing with this fucking sand in my throat.
Maybe you should.
I'm really sorry, guys. This
Yeah,
is
like,
terrible.
yeah. Do you as just like a? Do you want me to take it? Because it sounds like you need water.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get myself some water.
Go get some water.
Get some
My friend is recharging,
ginger ale.
oiling her quartz. Hello.
He kind of leans down, bending down halfway to look at you. Greetings.
We're travelers. We don't mean. Looks like Candace. We don't mean any harm.
Weapons are drawn.
We may have been attacked by others. We're just a little defensive.
Do you seek our relics? You will be turned away should you seek them.
I don't think so.
Are you with the mercenaries?
The fact that I don't know what you're talking about probably means no. We're not from here. We don't even know
and
who you
her
are.
men.
What was that?
Calith and her men. I don't know a Calith.
You do. We met. She's literally the first person we saw. Whatever.
Oh, right!
We are not with them in the sense that. I mean, they let us stay at their camp.
Okay. My brain registered as a C, not a K. That's why I didn't combine.
Then you are against us.
Oh.
No, we're
no,
not.
we left them.
Yeah, no, they just offered us a place to stay, but we're no longer with them. Are you?
Are they aggressive?
They are greedy.
I think they're hungry is the better term, but that works too.
I know not this term.
Flesh needs
Sustenance.
food. Yeah. We eat berries, nuts, meat, dirt if we're desperate.
Pastries.
I'd be mean to ask about that.
I have little sympathy.
And
Fair
no
enough.
manners either. we are looking for something. Do you have like, I don't know what it will take, but is there someone we could talk to who knows the area?
He stands up.
We could make a trade agreement.
He stands up from leaning down.
Oh, you're big.
This discussion is ended. He stands up. He turns to leave.
He's just. Are you associated with Glaive?
It stops. He turns. Lelos is not associated with the Lord of Blades.
That's good.
It's good. We were attacked by them.
Everyone is.
Yeah, and they ran.
So, we're on your side. She'll step forward again. My name is Vera.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion.
+9.
Got this, Warlock. Yeah.
It was almost a nat 20. I'm so mad. That would have been so good.
He turns to look at you after you say we're on your side, and then he that is yet to be seen. And he begins to leave you guys heading into the town.
We going to get attacked if we follow you?
He just keeps going. Oh,
I didn't hear it declared no.
Let's be alert, I guess.
I don't want to hurt, more. I mean, they're not going to hit
No.
us.
I mean, maybe if we put our weapons away, Connors.
I'm just happy to see him.
So am I.
Well,
She
I
keeps
will.
walking.
Will stow the sword after I see he hasn't attacked, but it'll be at the ready.
Oh yeah, like even Vera's walking in with like her hand
Yeah.
on the hilt, like just
Just, yeah.
so you guys get into the town itself. It starts to feel a little more relaxed, a little almost like it's protected. As you just start stepping in, and he keeps walking. There's not many of them, but what you do see is similar to him, tattered in rags, wielding a staff. You've definitely found the pilgrims. And as you enter this small town, it's so small it doesn't even consist of more than maybe 5 buildings. Straight ahead of you, you have the large windmill, and 3 of the buildings that I've mentioned of the 5 are just completely ruins. The windmill itself seems to be the only thing of use, but within this town itself, he keeps walking to what appears to be a statue. As you guys get to him, his eye line matches the statue, but the statue itself is still of a medium creature. But the statue itself is a colorful mix match of just fabrics draped over the shoulder of an outstretched arm statue. The pilgrims themselves look like they decorated the statue.
Is it humanoid or is it of a Warforged or?
It's human.
Human.
It's a person.
But it seems that the bulk of the pilgrims are paying respect to it.
Cass is a little confused by this.
As you guys keep going and taking a glance around, the fog kind of is lifted just by the lanterns themselves. The windmill doubles as a mill, but the mill itself, you can't hear the stones inside crushing things.
impressed it was active.
As you guys also see inside of the mill a bit, just because it's cracked and torn, within that windmill, you could just see bodies of deceased Warforged that just line the lower levels of the thing. You can tell that each one is carefully secured and cared for.
Oh.
The ruins themselves, except for the mill, are just destroyed. You can tell that they were blasted away. And then beyond that, there's a smaller building attached to the windmill itself.
Did you live here
And
before the
he
explosion?
stopped. We inherited it from the founder.
That man, that person depicted in the statue.
Indeed. He created this place. It has come to be known that he created it for us. We do not partake in the Lord of Blades.
But my understanding is that you were created for war. Nothing more.
No one thing's purpose is set in stone.
Here's to that.
We are the guardians of the relics.
What relics in particular?
I was gonna ask.
The lost machinations of the surrounding giants. We travel to them, we gather, and we return here with them. They are the
See.
items that your friends try to steal from us.
They were not our friends.
They were friendly enough to give you a camp.
That's called compassion.
Or kindness?
Same stick, different duck.
Huh?
What?
They wished to gain our trust, but it did not work.
Well, I trust them.
And now you are
Where?
here.
Just-
Why?
Yeah.
Well, we're searching for our own kind of relic. Just assume it's somewhere out here and kind of trying to find any direction would help.
Explain.
It is, it is for a noble cause, and we do not wish to steal one.
There's... Yeah.
We are a group, I guess you could say guardians ourselves, of our home. And we require perhaps one of your relics in order to help us find ours.
You can hear some of the smaller Warforged pilgrims from a different plane.
Not inaccurate.
We need a docent, which will help us find a very
Before you
important...
finish, the large one stands up, and it brandishes its blade. And before you finish your statement, no, but Dawson will not be relinquished.
No, that's fair. I understand. They're very important to you.
Will you listen to our plight, however?
I will give you a moment.
Continue, Vera.
Oh.
You want to do it?
This place is very important to you.
You got it.
Our home is very important to us. And we would only need it for a moment. It would just show us where we need to go. We have no intentions of keeping it. or using it for harm. We just want to protect our home from... And she kind of like looks around at like the desolate like wastes. From something similar to what happened here. You could be with us the whole time as a show of good faith.
What is the Dawson for?
It will tell us where to find a piece of a rod that we need. Like, almost like scrying? She like looks to everyone like, right? That's kind of how you'd describe it.
It is
looking.
the...
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you got it.
It is the... It will tell us where to find the next piece of a rod that will prevent great ruin in many places, not just our own home. I don't believe we need the Dawson itself beyond finding the next piece.
I guess Vera or Oordem, you guys can roll a persuasion.
I get +5.
It's 9.
Okay, take it.
So roll normally?
You can roll with advantage, I guess.
Okay.
He was helping. So that's good, it is.
26. Ooh! That +9, baby!
The large one pauses for a moment, but one of the smaller ones walks up to him, and the smaller one speaks. Mercy. He looks down to it. Then the smaller one speaks again. They are pilgrims as well. And he looks to be contemplating. I will relinquish a Dawson for the time being, and we will escort you, but we will go no further than wherever it leads.
Thank you.
This is a temporary truce.
Of course.
I wouldn't call it a truce. We had no intentions of fighting you anyway.
We keep to ourselves. It is the safest path.
We thank you for your understanding and our mutual cooperation.
What did he say his name was?
Yeah, Bureau, I was just about to say it.
Well,
Mercy.
What was your name again?
The small one called it.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought the small one was saying like
Nope.
That's what I thought at first, and I'm like, no, that felt like a name.
Nope, that was intentional.
Okay.
Felt like a name.
Because when I saw him, I said, have mercy too.
So then he just points to he points to you, Vera. Follow.
Mm-hmm.
He starts sauntering off to the windmill itself.
She will follow.
All of us are just...
I think he pointed at her.
Make sure you have the rod.
Yes. I do. Yeah, I still have my piece, the piece that Illustrial gave me, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, but it has to be the piece that what's it called?
The
That was the first piece. Commune was the first piece.
Oh,
second
true.
piece was...
Is it over?
Well, I forget what the second piece was called, but I have the second piece.
Mm-hmm.
Write it down.
Give it right back.
I'm sorry, I must have missed something.
I need the piece.
Need a piece? Okay, I can't do. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it casts Arcane Gate. We gotta
Yep.
remember that.
The
Yeah,
arcane gate. Thank you.
So he takes you to what appears to be the side building of the windmill, and he opens it. And as he opens it to a storeroom. And in that storeroom, you can see all sorts of things. There's trinkets and just salvage from all over the Mournland itself. You can tell some of them have magical properties. Had magical properties, but there's like a spark and a cinder to them that everything in here is destroyed. You can definitely tell it was the day of mourning. Other things hang on the wall, like clean tapestries and intact sculptures that are on the shelves too. And some leather-wrapped oil paintings. They're carefully piled in a corner of the storeroom. Everything's just, you can tell, if it's not destroyed, is well cared for. You can get a decent sense of a bit of wealth here, but it's all going to waste. And then he leads you to what appears to be one shelf, and the shelf itself is just lined with a dozen of orbs that look like this.
Ooh.
Half a dozen, sorry. He stops you there and he says, "These are the Dawson, removed from the surrounding colossi."
I see.
in like a rod. I kind of whisper to Vera.
Pick one of your choice. It will be returned.
Choose wisely.
She'll grab the third one,
As you grab one,
or reach out for it anyway.
he takes it, puts it in his hand, kind of rolls it, and you can see this light come from his mouth and go into the Dawson itself. As the Dawson kind of like just a slightly like a silent phone vibrates before he hands it to you. And he watches you intently and curiously at the same time.
Just kind of like holds it for a minute, like, whoa, like this is
It's
otherworldly.
Yeah, it's humming with some powerful magic. This thing itself is almost 2-inch in diameter. It's this metal sphere, and he describes the thing to you. The as you're looking at it, the Dawson is inlaid with dragon shards.
Oh, interesting.
You are the only one able to attune to it.
Me?
Yes.
What? Why?
It must be embedded into your body.
Oh. Okay. Right. Yeah. No problem. And her head, she's like, how the fuck do I do this?
I can remove one of your companion's eyes or their heart if you wish.
Oh, no, really, that won't be necessary. I'll just, oh, gods. Okay. Yeah, I guess she doesn't have a face, technically. Or not like a human face.
That is why I trust you.
Thank you, Mercy. She kind of like feels around. Is everybody else here, or is it just Vera?
Nope, just Vera.
Oh, okay.
Can we see her from where we are? Just like
You
peering
can
in?
see them with the door open, and like it's
Okay.
dark, but you can definitely see that something's going on in there.
She'll kind of, with her other hand, she'll hold it in one hand, and then with her other hand, she'll reach like behind her neck, and just kind of pull the plate, the armor, whatever, a little bit away. And nobody would be close enough to see it. But there is a chassis under all that armor.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like at the base of her, I guess at the base of where her neck would be, I guess there'd be something she could slot in.
You just have like a door like bender.
in your belly.
Mercy looks to you and he kind of takes his hand and kind of points to his chest.
Does it have to go in the front?
I do not understand how you operate, but that is where we place it.
She just kind of looks at him like, God damn it, Mark.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Truth be told, I'm kind of new to all of this. She'll unhitch her armor.
He holds a hand out for the Dawson.
Yeah, she'll give it back to him. She'll unhitch at the shoulders, and then the front part will come off, and it's just like... I don't know if anybody would be able to see, but...
He just steps forward, and while he is far more cruder than you, you're older than him.
Mm-hmm.
But he presses the Dawson close to you, and the plating on you just reacts to it accordingly. And as it does, all the little tiny intricate pieces just start to go back, and he holds it forward, and the Dawson itself kind of hovers in his hand, and as it goes forward, you can feel. Actually, do you have room to attune to a third item?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you feel this thing kind of assimilate with you. And as it assimilates with you, it kind of goes inside and the pieces kind of close up. And as they close up, they seal in a lot more of like an intricate design. And you could feel this almost like surge of energies as they pour into you. You guys from a distance can see her kind of flare up again, how she did against Vecna. But as she does, it kind of fades, and it all kind of like melds and meshes back to how things were. And as that happens, the device assimilates with you, your visage comes back to looking more human-like.
Oh.
But it's more human-like in a physical way than rather a magical way. You can tell that there's like a new weirdness to your, I guess your carapace is what it would be called, in that the magics that are in this are granting you the ability to look how you desire.
Oh shit! Okay.
But as that happens, and your eyes will have a hum of blue in them. There's nothing you can do about that. But as that happens, you can hear inside your head, greetings. How may I be of service?
I need to find something. I need to find a piece of the Rod of Law.
One moment, please.
Oh.
And you could feel it kind of digging into your memories. There was a lot of blockage here. Here it is.
Oh.
Present your piece of the rod.
Oh, she'll dig into her pouch and pull it out. Hold it
And
up.
as you pull it out, you kind of hold it. You knowingly know how to hold it, and the rod itself begins to glow, and it hovers out of your hands. And at the top of the rod itself, there's this almost very precise light that begins to glow and shines in a direction. I believe this is the direction you were looking for.
Oh, thank you so much. I will make note of that direction.
In your head, you all of a sudden, you feel in your head far more knowledgeable in medicine. You have a +6 bonus to your medicine. You also somehow just know the language of the giants. You have you have a +7 bonus to Arcana, History, Investigation, or Nature, your choice. I can just
What was-
roll it for
What was it? Arcana? What?
Arcana, History, Investigation, or Nature, your choice of +7 of them.
Ooh. Probably Arcana. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Arcana.
And you now have the ability to cast Detect Evil and Good and Detect Magic at will.
Ooh.
The downside is you need to think about it, but you can't cast it. The Dawson does.
Oh.
Yeah. As the light shines in a direction, and the Dawson speaks to you. Perhaps we should step outside to see where it leads.
Yes. Yes. She kind of just like picks up the front piece of her armor, looks up at Mercy.
He motions
Um,
towards the door,
She'll follow after him.
and as he motions, as you guys step outside and the light is shining still, the other pilgrims are starting to move up towards the windmill, and Mercy himself is looking at the light, and they follow the light, and you just hear them, all of them, just start whispering, "Landro."
Landro?
Who's that?
We were not sure if this is Mercy now. We were not sure if the gray matter engine was still functional.
Is that what?
Sorry, I'm also like taking notes as fast as I can.
The gray matter engine. Is that we said, right?
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh. For some of us who don't know, what is a gray matter engine?
there is tales of a Colossus. Unusual, but we have dubbed it Landro. It is not powered by a Dawsant. We've not found much there. It is powered by a device called the Gray Matter Engine, incorporated as part of an artifact. Perhaps that is where this is pointing. He points to the beam and
Fun fact.
The
the Gray Matter Engine was said to generate a magical barrier around Landro. It may be impossible to get in.
We need to try.
Really is no try here. We're going to get in. Yeah.
We will lead you to Landro.
That would be appreciated.
We are leading her.
Good.
may we follow? We are.
We're going to follow.
Do not
Is one
fall
of us.
behind.
Up to you.
As they're walking, Vera's just really quick because she's still like holding her armor. Like she hasn't strapped it back on yet entirely. Oordem.
Hmm?
Oordem, can you
Oh,
Oordem.
I'm sorry.
yes, but
Oordem.
I can't hear you over the sandstorm.
Sorry. Can you just hold on to this while I put it back up?
Of course, I'll take the armor.
One of the smaller pilgrims, take your time. We will wait for you at the exit.
Oh, it will only take a second. Thank you, though.
We will not be stopping for 4 days.
Um,
And the small one walks off.
Okay, well, maybe I can talk to Mercy about that.
yeah, that might be.
Well, if he can just carry us, which I would not be opposed to.
I mean, you have a dragon that can
I
just
do
carry-
have a dragon.
A land sled or cart of some sort, perhaps.
Oh, maybe that's a good idea. I'll ask them.
He is rather large and doesn't have muscles and doesn't have fatigue.
She'll kind of hitch herself back up together.
Mercy, we are honestly built a bit different. We do require rest and sleep. In fact, we've been walking all day.
He turns and looks to you like... His look is saying, "Why is that my problem?" But then he looks towards the others, and the smaller ones shrug.
Slash
there, like-
shrug.
A sort of cart or wagon or something that could be used as one.
We do not require such things, so there are none.
Ah.
Hmm.
Stopping leaves room for ambush.
Oh. Give it on good cause. They hesitate to try with us.
We cannot travel for 4 days straight.
No, they will die.
We will end up like the Titans. These Colossi.
Or, the ones in the windmill.
For that.
Do not speak of them.
As someone who's helped pass a lot of souls, I think I have a choice to speak when it's about
Ellanis.
keeping people.
No, you don't.
When we get back to Sigil, I'm going to pick up a bunch of silence scrolls.
Just a few hours each night. We walk until they can't walk anymore. We'll sleep. And then
Fine.
pick back up. Thank you.
Once we arrive at Landro, the Dawson
Of
must
course.
come with me.
Absolutely.
As you say that, the Dawson in your head is like, oh dear, I do not want that. It's
Why-
boring on the shelf.
I might not have a choice. Can I talk to it back in my head, or do I have to talk to it out loud?
You can talk to it in your head.
In her head, she'll be like, I don't know that you have a choice. That we have a choice.
It is extremely boring.
I imagine it is. But I am, for all intents and purposes, just borrowing you.
There's so much work to be done in here.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Maybe.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Great, yeah. Therapy along the way.
You're rather persuasive. Maybe Mercy can listen to you.
Maybe. Maybe if we can offer him something once we come to this Landro.
It's best we get moving. I have work to do.
Yes. Right, everyone. So we'll be able to stop for sleep. But we're pretty much going to be walking till your legs give out. Sorry. It's the best I could do.
So just like normal.
Unless somebody knows how to magic up themselves a wagon.
Tensor's floating disc would be right good about now.
Right. So you guys, I guess, need to spend the night here, right?
Probably, yeah.
Because
we've
you'll
been
be
for
walking
hours.
into the night, yeah.
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 All right. So they let
Long
you
rest.
settle. They let you settle down for the evening here. Yeah, get a long rest, and they're gonna definitely take off at first sign of. Okay, they're all up.
Yeah.
Yep, and we keep going. Fucking. Kind of it.
Walk on the dot.
So if anyone has anything to do or say,
Just like they could be a little kinder about it, you know?
I mean,
Like, I
yes,
get it.
but yeah,
Like,
it's, you know.
Like if they're even similar to like, even it'd be cool. Even Glaive had more personality than the brick. I mean,
I
her
think
personality
they're
was
just-
murder.
I think they're just very protective of this place and the things that they are guarding. You know,
I mean,
we're
yeah.
very protective of our home.
Doesn't mean you have to be mean.
They're robots, Ellanis.
They're.
So,
I don't.
so are
consider-
you.
Technically,
Don't-
no, I'm not. I mean, technically, yes, I am, but no, not like them. Also, if they're not around other people other than themselves, they're going to have a hard time. You
Well,
know.
they were right. I mean, even as a community, they all seem to just. Where's the life in it?
This is their life. This is what they know.
Something's from early.
What?
Nothing.
Genuinely didn't hear you.
I'm definitely glad you did it.
All right.
Finger guns.
There's-
Walks away.
There's nothing wrong with a life of solitude in honor of a ideal deity or the founder.
You would
I want
think.
to know who this.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Maybe I'll ask Mercy who this founder is.
But yeah,
Was there a plaque on the statue? Sorry, go ahead, Joey.
yeah. Cancel say. You would think a life of solitude would be preferable, but once you realize you don't have purpose, it becomes quite unbearable.
I think their purpose is keeping this place
Well, their purpose
solid.
was to fight in that war. But they've seemed to
You heard Mercy.
but they seem to chosen to have a new purpose.
You can do that as living beings. Crazy.
Not always easy.
No, but it is possible.
I pulled it off.
Or you die trying. No offense.
I also pulled it off. I also pulled that off. It was great.
How long can this?
Man, if only.
How long
it's crazy,
can this
if only-
last? How long can this last, though? Past always catches up to you. Whoever tried to run from
Only if
it.
you let it.
Maybe if it does come for you, we should actually turn back.
Easier said than done.
Crazy.
Canis. Canis. More to add to that. I wanted to get all philosophical on you, but I couldn't think of anything in the moment.
I see you have your old face back.
Yes.
I wasn't gonna mention it.
It's an observation.
You didn't like my other one?
No, it felt weird to point out that you had your face back. I don't know. Oh, good job. You don't look like a robot.
Oh, I wasn't asking you, Ellanis. I was asking Kenneth.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
No, I just noticed there was a change after you obtained the docent. That's all.
What else does that docent do?
About that.
And where,
Yeah.
and where is it? I wanted to get a closer look. I was curious.
It's in my chest.
I see.
So did he put it there?
I'm guessing I can't take a peek then.
Well, that's just rude. Honestly, asking to look at a lady's chest. Kenneth.
No, what's inside the chest? No, you don't understand.
Well, I mean, you let Mercy look.
You want to look at my chesses? How uncouth. I let Mercy look because he's.
You just met him, and he's tall, dark, and handsome, right? Is that why?
He is, isn't he?
He's taller than my horns.
Much taller.
Do you think you could carry all of us? I think you could carry all of us. You lift us up over his head.
No.
And just put it in his pocket and
And kind of secretly wants a piggyback ride, like he's 3.
He's only 10 feet tall. He's not 20 feet tall.
But what if he was?
Well, enlarge, reduce.
Does anybody know it? Maybe then we won't have to sleep. To stop to sleep, you just keep going. No, look, it's different. I know all of you. I don't want to say intimately. I know you all well enough. And that's just... I don't know, Miss. Well, it's hard to explain. I can't say, oh, I'm fine with some stranger looking at my chassis. But in a way I am, because he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know where I've come from. He doesn't know anything about me.
I believe you're looking for. He looks at you like one of his own.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly what?
That's exactly what.
He looks at me like one of his own. You guys look at me like I'm a person.
Right, but yes, exactly what?
Oh, the docent explain.
What?
Oh, it talks to me. Right, about that.
What?
It talks to me?
Is it talking
I'm
to you
indeed
right
so
now?
Yes, it is. The docent is sentient. And it is the thing that is quite literally providing us a beacon.
I've seen a lot of issues as well.
Sorry.
They were located within the Colossus. Perhaps it acted as a sort of a brain?
That's my guess, maybe.
More a power supply.
It said it's a power supply.
Oh, neat. You can hear us.
More of these. And Cancel just walk away.
How many things are listening on our conversations these days?
Oordem.
Too many.
Excuse me. I mean, it's this or nothing, or wandering through the wastes.
I assure you, I mean no harm.
I don't think you do, don't worry. She says back in her mind.
Says that out loud.
Once melded with the user, I mirror the extent of your own personality. Hence why I speak like this. Also, I am more or less a translator at this point, while enhancing your physical form and knowledge.
Now, when you say melded,
I am only attuned, but there's much to do here. Like I said, the shelf is very boring.
that's a bridge we'll cross when we get to it. I don't know how keen Mercy will be on letting me keep you.
Wants to feed it? Give it walks? Every day.
I do wonder if Mercy has one of his own.
You think so?
I wonder if any of them do.
Seem to take great pride in protecting the rest of the taking pride in oh my god, like I think I just had a stroke.
Oh.
Hey,
I've already finished your thought. I know what you're about to say.
The bonus of Phil playing this character. Ugh.
Yes, they protect them too much. They wouldn't just use them. It's very fascinating, though.
Maybe they don't feel they're worthy.
That is perhaps the likely case.
Though I don't know why he'd think I'm worthy. But if they think I'm just like them,
Pilgrims probably look at themselves as protectors, not wielders.
hmm,
And now, they're escorting you to protect you. Like a family. Do we have one of them?
family. We do have family.
Do you consider them family? As your eyes are scanning your friends.
I'd like to, but I don't know if they think of me that way. And even if they don't, it's fine. We have Lady Illustrial. Our mum.
Which one is Lady Illustrial? As you're looking over your friends.
No, not here. She's the one in my mind that looks like me.
Is it the skinny one? It's the
The weird frog-looking
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Is it the green one? And Candace is standing there, like, posing, like, ooh.
Finger in his nose.
yeah. Thinks no one's watching.
Scratching his butt with one hand. Yeah. No, she'll, like, think of Lady Illustrial. I don't know if that would.
Nah, you can dig into your memory. Your accessible memories.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for her.
I am assessing as much. But it seems there's others who have a hand in your existence as well.
Yes, Olu.
The Lady of Pain.
And yes. Weirdly, I'm still trying to grasp that one.
I am researching as much as I can.
Oh, it's like having a little Archie in my head.
You say that one out loud?
Yeah, she would actually.
I was wondering why you were staring at us and not saying anything.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, did you want to say something, or was it just like...
No,
You're making the weirdest facial expressions.
I'm just having a conversation with it.
I will say, there is one more voice in here.
One more voice.
Yes. It's quiet. It's hidden deep.
Do we know who?
It appears to be attached to your arm.
Oh. Right, I kind of forgot about that. We don't like that voice.
I will try to have a discussion with it.
I don't know if that's wise.
I do not see any harm in it. It is just a voice.
What is it saying?
The Dawson's not responsive at the moment.
Hmm. Vera kind of snaps back too. I feel like now anytime it's like a power down, like her eyes get a little glassy.
Knock, knock, 112-year-old Lane. Vecna speaking, how may I help you?
So as you guys are kind of settling down, the other Warforged, the pilgrims, the smaller ones, are kind of just grabbing things and getting ready. And then seated up against the windmill is just Mercy. He's just waiting. He's watching you guys, but he's watching like more in Vera's direction, but he's watching all of you.
Feels so safe when he's watching over us.
I really don't. I mean,
Ellanis. Please! Girl, come on. You can't tell me no.
you can do what you want to do. He already looked at your chest, so I think you've already made steps. I will just sit here, start a fire, and keep watch. How about that? You seem to be literally picking up men inside and out.
Dealing with a lot right now. Alright.
I can tell.
Why is this sand getting to nobody else? This is ridiculous.
It's weird too. You're the only one who isn't a flesh, so
Yeah, right. Go figure.
you would think.
It's getting into my throat
Do you like-
servos.
Do you like air filters? Do you need replaced?
Yeah, maybe. Purifying filters, please. Has anybody seen Oordem? Because he walked away, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was over there.
Just want to talk to him real quick.
Go have fun.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't.
Weirdo.
We're all
Oordem!
friends here. Starts the fire.
Oordem.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Just really quick. Whenever you were helping me put my thing back on, you didn't see anything, did you?
I wasn't
Like
looking.
on me?
I don't believe I did. I'll think back. Did I make
Would he have like looked at her back or anything like that while she was?
How much was he helping her put it on? Like, was he just holding it so you could just get everything out of the way and put it on, or was he actually
Well, I imagine
actively
like
helping you?
yeah, I imagine he was because it's like all straps, right? So like he was probably.
Let me do a perception check with advantage because it would be sight based to see if I just notice it. 14. Do you think that'd be enough? Is it obvious? Whatever he might see.
If he was that close to her,
Mhm.
then yeah.
Okay, then yeah, probably. Well.
So on the back of Vera's neck is like a what do you call that? Oh my god, what's the word? It's right on the tip of my frickin' tongue.
Describe it.
Like whenever you like stamp metal, there's like a
An imprint.
imprint, I guess, like an etching, I suppose. On her chest, it's on the back of her neck. There's an etching, I guess is the best way to describe it. Where you can see the letters Vera, hence Vera.
Mm-hmm.
But there would have been some other letters that were over time just worn out. Those other letters being B, T, I, and M.
Oh, well, it's kind of thinks for a second. Oh, is that your description?
I think so. It's always been there, as long as I've known. I mean, I could feel it, of course. And I never knew what it meant. Sorry, I'm only coming to you because you're the only one who knows
I mean,
everything right now.
I guess so.
I
Well,
feel like I'm just using you to sound things out, and I'm sorry.
you know what it spells,
Yes,
and you don't know what that means.
I know
Or
what
you know what-
verbatim means. But looking... I just want to know if this sounds silly. Lady Illustrial... You know, she made me in her image. And I was like...
Verbatim.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I guess I was eyes and ears as well.
Are you a copy, or are you just a record keeper? A backup?
Yes. It was not what I originally. When I say originally thought, I didn't think anything. I knew I looked somewhat like her. I never knew why.
Does
Not
this
until
bother
What?
you? Does it bother you that you have a purpose that you may not need anymore? You're still Vera.
I
You haven't
am.
changed.
No,
It
nothing's
has
nothing.
changed. It hasn't changed you.
No, nothing about me has changed. I'm still the same person. You know, I still have my memories of being in the Silver Guard. So,
Spellguard.
Spell Guard. Thank you. I don't know. I'm thinking Silvery Moon. That's why.
Wait. Did you say Solar Guard?
Spell Guard.
Because that is okay. Okay, yeah. I mean, before that, because that means something to me on something else that I won't.
I wanted to
get
say
yeah,
Silver Guard, but I was thinking
oh,
of
silver.
Silvery.
Okay, yeah.
I was thinking of Silvery Moon.
Gotcha.
I was a project of hers, Illustrials. She wanted to have or put some of herself into someone like me, but it wasn't possible.
So you were an individual, and then you were attempted verbatim. And then you went back to being an individual.
With no recollection up until...
You want
Well-
that recollection back? Does it matter? Would it change you to know all of it?
Not for any worse, I don't think. It would be so nice to know about what life was like before everything, before all this. I want to know more about the Romani. I want to know more about Archie. Did you know that he told Lady Lustral that I was an elder and held in some sort of esteem? I want to know about that. I don't know anything about that. It's like I don't even know who I really am.
I think you're Vera. And I don't think that knowing any of that was not necessarily part of you makes you. It sounds like you just have this curiosity. You just wanted sated.
Very much so.
But what if it does change you? What if all the memories come back and you stop being Vera and you start being verbatim? Are you prepared for that?
No, but are we prepared for any changes? Were you prepared for yours? Were we prepared for these? She holds up her arm. For these? Or our eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Were we prepared to do all of this?
Well, perhaps so, perhaps yes. We'll go back to stoking the fire. In either case, I won't tell anybody about your full name, purpose, whatnot. This is strictly between us. And I guess the docent?
Well, yes.
Hello.
Ah. There's lots of blockages in my mind. Go figure.
Can it repair them? Remove the blockages, repair the memories?
I didn't ask.
Dawson,
tough.
can you do that?
With enough information, yes.
With enough information, apparently. Maybe it will just be a long, slow process.
Or we have it work for the next 4 days before it's removed.
But it doesn't want to go.
Well,
Yeah. I need to come up with a plan.
you could tell Mercy what it
I
wants.
Just tell him the truth.
Or lie to him.
Oh, I'd feel terrible doing that. He's done no wrong to me. Anyway, you're right, it is. I'll think of something, I'm sure. Thank you. Again, I'm sorry. Like I said, I feel like I'm just using you to sound things off, but I don't really have anybody else to talk to about this.
Plenty of other people around. It's good to know that you put your trust into me.
You've given me no reason not to.
Right. Kind of looks confused.
Anyway, if you need anything, as payback, I guess.
No. This is not a tit for tat, but the offer is appreciated. We're just here to help each other.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Yes.
She kind of looks at him like...
Yeah, he goes back to stoking the fire.
Hey,
as he says right now.
Oordem,
All right.
don't mean to bother you both over there. I'm heating up some of the rations.
Why did you build a fire over there and build a fire over here?
Well,
Why are we building two fires?
I built a fire over here, then you two walked away in secret.
But we're in sight. Did you not see the fire?
Did you not see the fire I started?
No, Vera is blocking my view. I can't see past Vera.
It
I'm
makes
not that
light.
big.
Would you like warmed up sausage or not?
Yes, please.
You have meat rations?
Some of the last ones, yes.
I'm heating up nuts and berries over here.
Do you want to combine?
I was making peanut soup.
Do you want to mix rations then?
Okay, yes,
Why
let's
are
do
you
that. We can have a
yelling?
big.
Let's just. God, everybody get together. Stop yelling.
As you guys are
Should I put-
talking, as you guys are talking nonsense, Garret, you're I'm assuming just sitting off by yourself.
Honestly, so as far as like the fields go, is it just basically nothing's out here, or are there like bodies of the old war?
So what lingers is ruins and the colossi. That's the only things that were big enough to remain. The rest is probably like wasteland desert.
Yeah, either Garret would be.
But keep in mind, you're also in the town, which is called Leylon, where the pilgrims are. Or at
Yeah.
least that's where you guys should be.
Well, I don't think Garret would be doing anything of note at the moment. See, he can't really prep.
Just kind of
Much.
sitting off to the side.
Yeah.
As these guys are goofing and laughing at each other and stuff, and yelling about the fire, and Canis is picking his nose.
Just for a minute. 2
you
minutes.
You just hear at the back of your head as they're like arguing with each other. Listen to them. Foolish. You could step away and no one would know.
Well, I have a feeling one might notice. At least they've noticed something as of late. Practically the only one. They're having their fun. And I'm here with you and book you have given.
Divine purpose.
It seems so. Anyway, what are you talking to me for? Trying to get any information, you're gonna ask your same question.
He doesn't seem to be there.
Ah. Figured. Garret would look in his book to that blank page and see if there's any writing on it.
Nothing lingering now. But keep in mind there are those indiscernible pages at the front.
Yeah, I was actually just about to get to that. I don't know if you're still here or not, but what do these pages say? Could you, since you are very well in control of the book, could you decipher them for me?
Oh, now you seek my help?
I mean, wouldn't really call it seeking help, but I am curious to the mysteries of this tome.
There's more for us to unlock, should you choose.
I would imagine a good way to sway me is giving me a taste of what these things might say. No?
It's not what they say, Garret, it's what they do. But you're not strong enough for that yet.
Do you have an example of just one spell that you have indecipherable, what it could do.
Approach one of your friends.
What was that?
He said, approach one of your friends. You can tell he's emphasizing the word friend.
Hmm.
Perhaps the elf.
And do what?
I'll show you.
Garret will pick up the tome and he'll come join the others by the fire. Well,
Which fire?
There's the cool party and Oordem party.
There's
Oordem
like
is currently trying to pick up the fire and then bring it to the other fire. So he can
Candace
just
started
make one
making his
big
own fire because he didn't know what was going on.
Candace, we have 3 fires.
So we're all at one fire.
yeah.
We combine it into one big fire.
You make enough fires, it's all just one fire.
Yeah, so that fire.
So which one?
I think it was one fire.
Everyone moved to one fire. But it would be the one that Vera would be at.
Okay. So you're approaching.
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach, you're holding the tome. You're holding the tongued tome, and it flips open. And as it flips open a page, it begins to scroll. And as it scrolls, you can definitely feel it's playing off of you a little bit. And it. I need you to go ahead and make me a wisdom save, please.
Oh shit. Okay. Alright. Since I'm near Candace, do I get his bonus?
No.
Okay.
This was you moving because he told you to, so it's happening then.
Oh,
You know what I mean? At the start of it.
Alright, it's a 13.
Okay. As the book continues to scroll on its page and you're kind of looking at it as you're walking over towards the group. Who were you initially walking up to?
It was Vera that he told me to approach, right?
No, the elf was Ellanis. That's the one he wanted you to walk.
Oh! If it was, Garret was gonna go to whoever he said to.
It was Ellanis.
Yeah, so it would be Ellanis.
Vera thinks you're about to talk to her, and then you just keep walking. It's like,
So, for lack of what you guys are seeing, Garret is walking up with the book in hand, and it's paging itself.
He's gonna kind of make it look like he's thumbing through the pages.
And as he's thumbing through it, the book itself, Garret, you can feel like a prick on your hand, and as you do, there's a drain, and as it drains, you all see this immense amount of energy surge from the tome, and as it surges from the tome, there's just no means but a quick flash of pink and green, and Ellanis, what are you doing?
I was trying to get food for everyone. I know we were using little rations. It is a lot, but she's trying to make a decent gesture.
So in the midst of what you're doing, Ellanis, you guys see this streak of power rush from the tome into Ellanis.
Can I, as it comes out, can I try to counterspell it?
You cannot, only because you're actively casting the spell, and I don't think you're able to counter yourself. And as you cast this spell, I hate to say this, but Ellanis immediately keels over into the food and rolls to the side of the fire with no life in her eyes.
Oh, fuck, I was gonna say, if Garret can't counterspell it, can I? Am I quick enough?
You can try. It's a shock.
I'll certainly try.
Bro.
I've never used counterspell before. What do I do?
You're rolling.
I'm rolling.
You're rolling in reaction unless you meet the spell equal. This will be with your if you're gonna be rolling against it, because I don't think it's a 3rd level spell.
Oh no, that's
You're rolling your casting
where
modifier.
is it? Oh,
So it'd be a charisma check.
Yeah.
10 plus the spell's level is the DC, so...
Yep.
So, 13? Huh?
I
don't know.
It's a 3rd level spell, which would auto count anything below 3, but it's definitely not 3rd. So you need to roll a casting check using your charisma modifier. The DC is whatever he
D20
casted.
plus.
Yeah.
Oh, a D20 plus 5 then?
Plus charisma, yes.
Yeah.
The little purple dice on the spell thing at the top of the spell list. Click that little purple dice.
I don't have a purple dice.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's next to spell attack. So yeah, it's the modifier.
So just.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't. Well, that's not right.
What is your spell casting modifier?
Plus 5.
Charisma,
Well, that's
yeah.
not a dice though. Yeah, so plus 5.
Just roll plus 5.
Plus 5.
D20.
D20 plus 5.
Okay, thank you. You need
It's
to
fine,
spell. Oh no, that was almost a nat 20.
As she reaches to hear it as fast as she can, the spell itself's already struck Ellanis, and like I said, she falls to the side, no life in her eyes. And as that happens, Garret, in your head, you hear let me think here for a moment.
What?
Thanks, man.
We won't be traveling with an agent of the Raven bitch.
Bro, put a hand out on me.
As I see this happen,
And then the book closes, Garret. What have you done in your head is all you can really hear Vecna saying, "What did you do?"
He drops the book in just immediate shock, stunned.
Everyone else sees Garret cast an incredibly powerful spell that he's incapable of casting and kills your ally. That's how you guys see it.
Vera, immediately after realizing her counterspell does not counterspell, in fact, just rounds on Garret.
yeah, I'm gonna cast command on him.
Mercy stands up.
What have you done? Garret, what did you do?
I didn't. I didn't.
He did it. Stands up. Oordem stands up.
I'm gonna go to Ellanis' side.
I made the save, by the way, Canis.
Yeah, I'm base. Oh, you made it.
Yeah, I got a 23 for it.
Okay, yeah. So I try to get you to basically submit, but you don't seem to be reacting anyway. So I will hurry over next to Vera or
Oordem gets up, stands up, and looks at the book at the on the ground. He told you to do that, didn't he?
I didn't do it. I swear.
Why did it come from you?
I swear.
Ellanis, can you?
Yeah, I can lay on hands for. So
In your head, Garret, we did what you asked.
Back away from the book.
Hey, Garret will take some steps back.
We're gonna just go over and sort of just step on the book. Wanna give the folks at Ellanis a chance to do something to her.
Yeah, so you guys rush over to Ellanis. She is cold. She's dead.
I will
Like dead.
Dead.
Well, I will cast Revivify.
Do you have the materials to cast?
Diamond worth 300 gold? No.
Oh no. I have a diamond worth 50.
Does Ellanis have one?
Check her things. I'll check her things. I'll start rooting through her bag. Does
Boy,
Ellanis have?
Spoiler alert, I do not.
Garret, do you have a diamond?
I
Do you have a diamond?
let me check. The only thing Garret has that would even resemble a diamond would probably be the component for summon Shadow Spawn.
How much does it cost?
300.
It would
That's
probably
enough.
be equivalent, yes.
All I have is this.
Take
Toss
it.
it to them. No, I'll actually go up. I'll go up and just take it from him. No,
But it's tears inside of a gem, so it's not.
Well, we're gonna
done.
try. Sit down. I'll bring it over to
In your head, Vera, let me just say, oh dear.
God, I hope this works.
Need a diamond, not whatever this is.
Just try it, Canis, please.
guidance on Canis.
Well, it is just as long as it's been a minute, or DM's ruling, the creature returns to life with 1 hit point. The diamond is consumed.
Hold on. Because I think it was just resurrection that was gonna play. I was gonna play out like see our rules. Go ahead and roll anyway, because it is not 100% a diamond.
Yeah, roll d20.
Yeah, we'll do a d20 plus your casting modifier.
And the guidance 1d4.
Bro, I was chilling.
19 plus 13. Oh, 3 plus 4.
This is charisma, right?
Yeah, I have a plus 4 modifier.
26.
You begin to cast the spell. Place the makeshift reagent onto Ellanis, and as you do, you can already feel Ellanis begin to kind of. She begins to oddly deteriorate faster than the normal corpse. You're not sure if it's her attachment to the shadow plane or if it's got something to do with the Raven Queen, but as you're trying, you could definitely tell that the material component itself it's not working. But as you look up and with concern and then go back to trying, you guys just hear a loud thud, and atop your hands, Canis, is a large purple one with a respective diamond. Just moderate size, not Not enough, but it's enough to contribute.
It disappeared in my hand.
No.
Oh.
Mercy is holding the diamond on your hand.
Okay.
And as that happens, the diamond and the reagent you're using dissipate into Ellanis, giving her form back its muscle and less atrophied. And Ellanis, you take a deep breath as your eyes open.
Vera like holding Ellanis' face in her hands, like pulling her hair, like tucking her hair out of her forehead.
Yeah, if you can see Garret, he is just shell shocked.
We
You're here
attacked?
with us?
She immediately starts getting up, trying to like pull out her
No.
handbows.
No.
What happened?
Sit.
Who attacked us?
Garret. No. Vecna. Through Garret.
Mercy stands up.
Ever since the tomb got that symbol on the back of your hand. Been working for him the entire time?
I don't work for him.
Careful, Garret. The words you choose, they can turn against you.
I look at the spell book that's on the ground, and I go, his symbol is on your spell book.
It was apparently a gift from Vecna.
Don't let them have it. It's all you have.
Garret.
Yeah.
And she'll go in his mind. Tell me the truth.
Hello, Vera.
Tell me the truth, Garret. She is
Oh,
ignoring him.
I
it's
did.
so nice that you're in here.
I didn't do it.
The Dawson and I had a nice little chat.
I swear.
Happened, Garret.
Vera, your words, you're thinking them, but you're not hearing him, Vera.
Hmm.
Welcome, Vera. It's been quite the party in here.
She is refusing to give him the time of day.
You're pushed out.
Having a party here, but three is a crowd.
Garret, out loud.
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't. I told you. I swear it wasn't me.
Why is he in your mind?
I don't know.
Can I tell if this is Garrett's spellbook or a different spellbook?
It's been Garrett's spellbook the whole time.
Okay.
One day, Garret, that's all it's been. You let this happen.
You're turning out to be stronger than his deity, Garret. Don't let him talk to you that way.
You saw into my mind. You know I didn't want any of this.
And I saw,
Nonsense.
and I saw all of us dead and not you.
That wasn't my vision.
But it was the future.
That was what he made me look at.
And he made you do this?
No, it wasn't me.
That means he can do it again. And I have my sword raised.
Once or twice.
As Canis, it raises his sword, Garret will hold the book to him.
I've been standing on it when I came back, so I'm
Opposed
just gonna
strength.
grab it while I walked away.
It's opposed strength.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
I'm
using
actually not-
telekinesis.
Athletics or just strength?
It would be his telekinesis versus your athletics, I guess.
Okay. Oh, that's a good roll. 22.
Yeah, I got a 9.
No. I will, This does not go anywhere near you until this is figured out.
Listen to him just puffing out his chest.
I'd say we destroy it.
I don't
No.
know what'll happen if you do that.
Okay.
Mercy steps forward. Enough of this. I will not have combat here.
There will be no combat here.
You are only
Canis.
drawing attention.
Before we proceed, can we tell, or at least I do, like, some check or something to determine what spell was cast, if it was identifiable?
Arcana, probably.
Yep. 18. There is actually identifying a spell rules in Tasha's Cauldron. My spell. Look this up real quick. DC equals 15 plus the spell's level.
You cannot tell what that spell was.
Nope.
Do I know what spell that was?
Your body did the actions, but even you don't know what that spell was. You know you're not strong enough to cast it.
Would a
Would-
24 Arcana tell me?
What is it? 15 plus the spell level?
15. Yeah. It's a.
That just does it, yeah. You
Yeah.
cast.
Oh.
You somehow cast Power Word Kill on Ellanis.
Oh.
I have no idea what that was, but
was
Garret can't cast that on his own.
Even if it was him or Vecna, he can't be trusted anymore. Vecna can just control his body whenever he wills it.
If I
don't-
can,
Sorry, Ellanis, go ahead.
I feel like someone who just got fucking killed should speak up.
I'm going to cast heal on you, by the way.
Oh, that feels so much better.
But yeah, sorry, I would have done it when I wasn't over there.
I have
70 hit points.
chance back up. I look you in the eyes, Garret. Did you mean that?
no.
Would you
Oh.
stop that from happening again?
I wasn't. I swear I
Calm.
did. If I could,
Garret,
I would have stopped it.
that's all I needed to hear. It's probably just Vecna trying to turn us against each other. I I know he has influences on all of us, but he's probably the easiest to use right now. She'll sit back down. If he wants to destroy the book, that's up to Garret.
Why don't we copy your spells to other pieces of paper?
I don't think you have the resources. We're not going to deprive our wizard of his only asset.
Garret will step off the book, stand in front of it. Kind of lean in a bit. If he can get you, he can get all of us.
You're all marked, that's for certain.
So unless we're all going to get rid of our weapons, book is no different than a sword.
Be specifically.
But why?
Why not? Anyone could have died, and yet the Raven Queen grabbed my soul. Shit happens.
And I look back at Ellanis. She's the one who died, so I guess she's the one who has the say.
What if Vecna decides to kill any one of us again? We're powerless to stop him.
It's been that way this whole time, Canis.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure he could drop in and start fighting us if he wanted to. So, he hasn't.
If Garret was off the table, then it'll be less of an issue.
Not necessarily.
It'd also be less of an issue if you were off the table.
I don't have Vecna's brand on the back of my hand, but when I lift it up, I kind of look at the skeletal part of it. Yeah, and I'm like,
Honestly, you do that and you hear the laugh.
Just like the, yeah.
You hear the Vecna.
Candace hears the Vecna, or Garret does.
Yeah, for the moment, you hear him when he given the irony of that statement.
Yeah, I'll kind of turn around, like, see if someone's behind me.
Although, kind of curious, why did he fucking hit me? What did I do?
Because he failed to finish the job the first time.
Oh, fucker.
And
You did the job the first time. You just got copped out.
probably has something to do with who you serve now.
I do not serve that bitch.
Or who... I don't know the words. Like,
yeah,
who you're associated with.
Who made me? This isn't my body. No, this is my life.
Vecna wishes to be the one god above all others, and if he can get rid of the competition.
Well, and to be fair, much as I've heard from her, she hates him. Specifically. Twice! What the Whatever, you have to do this for once. Shit sucks. You should put a dartboard up. Who gets to die next?
Let's not. Because nobody is going to. Right? She looks at everybody individually.
Well, if next time I do it, I get a bingo card, right?
I don't know, Garret. You're out of time.
Vera's gonna walk up to Oordem. Is he still like rounding on Garret?
pretty much staying between him and the book, but yeah, trying to just stand an intimidating presence.
She'll walk past Oordem and just kind of like put her hand on his shoulder and just like look at him as if to be like, breathe. And then she'll walk.
His horns are just glowing red.
Yeah.
Absolute red.
She'll just give him a look and she'll walk up to Garret and kneel down next to him, presuming he's still on the ground. And she'll put a hand on his shoulder as well.
He'll,
Comforting,
as
yeah.
she like raises a hand, he will flinch.
I'm not going to hurt you, Garret.
Relax.
I promise you. Nobody here is going to hurt Garret. And threatening him is not going to fix this problem. If Ellanis believes that Garret didn't intend to do it, that's all we need.
Point is that, not that he intended to do it, that Vecna could do it again.
He could do it again. He could come out right now and kill us all if he wanted to, but he hasn't.
Which won't.
And this is exactly what he wants. You're feeding into it, Kenneth.
I second that.
By turning against each other, he's doing... This is exactly what he wants. He wants us to turn against each other. He wants us to fight one another, because it will make things easier for him.
Let's be clear, like, he knows that Vecna was controlling him. Like, he may not like Garret very much, but he knows, like, what happened, so...
I need you to accept it.
Vera will look at Garret.
Garret?
Garret!
Garret!
I'll keep that one.
That's what we're calling you now because of this.
What? I'm confused. Oh, can you guys not hear me?
No, I hear you.
No, we can.
Oh, okay.
We should no one respond
it's
to that.
Discord's showing me red, so I can't. I don't know.
Sounded like you said carrot.
No, I said Garret.
Kakarot.
Garret!
Like Vera is
message.
looking at Garret with like pure sympathy and like.
I will do a message into Vera, saying, so in your brain, are you willing to take responsibility if anything happens if we give him back the book?
I think it's no offense.
It's a
my
message. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say something. But I'll let that go first.
Right.
Because it might affect both of you.
Can I respond to this message?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't say.
You poop it?
You poop me? Yes, I will.
Oordem grunts and turns around. Very well. And leaves the book where it is, heads back to the campfire.
Alright.
Yes.
Don't give me a reason to lose my trust in you.
All right.
Don't give any of us a reason. I want to believe you. I do believe you. But you need to prove that to me.
I'm trying to prevent you all this whole time. Nothing is never enough.
Don't say that, Garret.
It's never enough.
You've done so much for this group. She'll, like, very gently, like, put her arms around him.
What is she?
You are my friend. And I'm not going to let him take you away from me.
Thank you. Thank you.
As she walks away in your head, Garret. You dare provoke me again with your petty jabs and try to undermine the depths of my power. It will not happen again. I am the master of secrets and the harbinger of your doom. Your insolence is a mere whisper against the tempest of my power. Test me again, you will find that the very shadows you mock will consume every one of your friends. I do not play games with the weak. I crush them. Remember this moment, Garret. It'll be your last chance to bow before me. You can feel your mind kind of free up a little bit.
Garret is just silent. He'll get up and then just
Mercy hands you your book as you stand up.
he'll take it. Garret, out of shame for what just happened, will fly away for the time being.
We'll say you fly to the top of the windmill so you don't get lost.
Okay.
Need an eye on him at all times.
He's my responsibility now, Kenneth.
Okay then.
Put your sword away.
I slip away.
I will sheath the sword.
What was that, Ellanis?
Not if I slink away.
Oh.
Man, roll a stealth check.
Fleshlings are very complicated.
Oh, you have no idea.
Ugh.
Oh,
It'd be so much easier if you knew what we were up against, Mercy.
well, maybe now you do.
My world was destroyed.
Yeah, that sucks.
Damn!
Ours is
It-
about to be.
Exactly.
Don't do something.
I have a hunch I understand.
And I thought my world was messed up.
Right. You all should get some rest. You especially, Ellanis.
As you look, did I slip away correctly? Was I smart about it? That was almost a 20, but a 17.
I think the passive sees you do it. Vera's
My
passive.
my passive perception's 19.
Yeah, you do see her just like sling into the darkness.
Ellanis. Well, if she dies again, not my problem. No, Vera will like, not follow after her, but just like kind of sit in the general direction. She has something that she needs to do. She has something she needs to do.
I was gonna speak to Garret.
At the top of the lighthouse?
Yes.
No, the monk.
Or not lighthouse, but windmill.
With that climbing speed I have,
That's true.
True, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
with that ranger climbing speed I got, yeah, it's pretty good. That shit works.
All right, we'll say you find him after about a good half-hour searching.
Would Garret notice my approach?
If
You're
yeah, that
making
17 is not
grunting
looking.
noises while climbing up, probably.
Yeah, it's a little like okay, no. Break. Shit. You have to climb so high. You just could stay like the second floor, maybe somewhere with the stairs.
Huh?
No, you could have flown to somewhere with stairs, but this is so
I flew away, so I just.
I know.
So I didn't risk anything else happening.
I know. Sorry, I cope. God damn it. Sorry, I couldn't just go to sleep not having said anything.
I'm so sorry.
Funny enough, you don't give me that, okay?
Okay.
You were not out to hurt me. That's all I need to know.
Of course, I'm not out to hurt anyone here. I want to go home.
Where is home?
Well, of course it's back on Toro, but it's a valley where it's not the Slytherin Valley, is it? Fuck. Oh. Garret can't quite remember.
Insert name here.
Yeah, insert name here. Fuck, I'll get back to you later on that. Desserin Valley.
I never asked, but do you have family?
Yes. Namely, a sister. That's... the rest of my people are my family.
I think I heard that from you. home in the valley with the family. Somehow you found your way to Neverwinter. Wait, jump.
It was, and it wasn't really meant to turn into this whole thing.
Brother, I don't think any of us wanted to be here.
Yeah.
But
That is
kind of
not
the
wrong
issue.
about that.
Kind of the issue when assholes decide to stand up and take things for themselves. Every time. Trust me, my dad had a fair share of stories about tyrants and warlords and everything under the sun that wanted to fight off the world. But still, I honestly wish you could go home. Hell, I'm pretty sure nothing's stopping you from just quitting, but part of me also thinks you won't.
I mean, I don't plan on quitting. It's just when I say I miss home, I want to go home. It's more or less the fact that I just want all of this to be over.
Yeah. Trust me, I'd like that too. Go back to the way thing was. Get back to fucking being a city guard with your brothers traveling in every season or so to celebrate the new solstice before they run back off on their adventures. All you get are little platinum gifts or trinkets they pick up. Your dad complain about defending this or drow that or whatever just coming up. Well, I couldn't figure out how to.
I guess this whole thing is, kind of makes us miss old moments like that, huh?
Yeah. I still remember my brother figuring out he could his first divine cast. This dumbass decides to try and cast Fairy Fire on a herd of chickens. I called it the Midnight Parade for a while. It's a little special event.
Sounds like quite the time. We have we don't have chickens running around because Garret like point at his figure.
Different cultures.
Right, but we do have quite the amount of spellcasters, and that's mainly what we are, in fact.
Oh, would have been. Should have been there. Teach me a thing or two to keep up instead of having to die to get power.
I feel like you believe me when I say this. You had power before you had the Raven Queen's grasp on you.
You did not watch that wolf kick my ass.
Fair.
I was stuck in a tree for a whole day.
Yeah, but we grow in power as we go. Especially on this journey. I by no means necessary was had the capabilities as I do right now.
What? Echoes of Cold, Shadow Emissaries. The whole cake and caboddle, whatever Vola would say.
I'm sorry.
Don't. You're not in control.
I know, but still. Now, it's the thing I was worried about is just And he's trying to feed off of these situations to only lure me in further.
And now you know. Which means next time he comes in trying to demand you listen, what do you think you're going to say?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, fair enough. Trust me, nothing to say. Sorry, go ahead.
He's taken a hold of Oordem's deity. There was something that happened the other night when Oordem and I were on watch. Now Oordem's even more speculative of me. Even
Oordem
after
has it.
he picked my brain and saw how I was feeling, and he still distrusts me, and Canis already wants to kill me. Everything's just in such shambles.
It's just gonna do one of these real quick. Don't mind me. Holding it together. Holding it together.
A wisdom save for what?
Shush it. Stand back. Well, as much as I'd like to, trust me, part of me really wants to just freak out right now because I almost went back to her grasp again. Even if I just recently got out. I can't blame you too much. You're learning what that feels like. I knew what that felt like. Having someone else's hand in your head, feeding you information, showing you what you want to see. Making you do things.
Not even what I want to see. It's quite the exact opposite, really.
But you know what happened when I was in my lowest moment?
What's that?
I heard some idiots calling out. I always felt Vera, Oordem, you, Canis. It's weird. I was like a memory, but I just couldn't remember at the time. But it helped me hold on. I didn't know you were coming, but I think somewhere deep down I hoped you still would. Even if I was in a different dimension, suffering grievances and fighting battles against everything the shadows have to offer. And when I was right at the edge, needing that final push, you were behind me. It was you who helped me. You saved me, got me out of that place, allowed me to try and trek my own path to figure out a way to break this hold. I know for a fact that if I die again, I'm going back.
Did you see her? Just then?
You did indeed.
I see her in every shadow I look at. In every memory I think back to, in every part of me that tries to move forward. She is in the darkest of corners, looking at me, knowing that no matter what I do, I can't escape. That I'll die one day, and I'll go back. And that's it. She won't lose me a second time. But until that happens, until that moment where she pries me literally out of the grave one last time, I'm here. And no matter what kind of shit, no matter what happens, I have made a promise to myself that I would help the people who saved me. That I would do right by my dad, that I'd do right by my brother, by Victor, by Yanis, by everyone around me, that I would do right by the life I've been given now. And so when I look at you and you didn't mean to hurt me and you feel bad about it, then that's all I need to know, because that tells me you like me, that we're friends, that you want to do good, that you want to see us succeed. And that's all the faith I need. And if he tries to take me again, then I guess I should be prepped next time. Hey, you know what this means? He tried to kill me and it didn't work. God tried to kill me and he fucked up.
I would be careful.
No, I know he can hear me. Jackass. Whatever he wants to show you. Sure, he might think that's going to happen. But my dad also believed that our fate's in our own hands. And I will draw him my own image. It'll be me with a crossbow through his chest, turning his little world into a Picasso painting. He doesn't write the story, I do. And proof of that is the fact that I'm still alive. Because I had people around me. And you do too. Okay?
Thank you, Ellanis. Thank you.
I will not take that thank you until we get back to the place and you show me how to read some of those Arcana books.
I certainly owe you one, so I'll do that.
Because I'd like to read the things you're seeing, but it doesn't make any sense to me because all I know is Infernal for some reason. I don't know where I picked that up from. So, no thank yous. Just, I'll be careful. I'll hydrate. And I'll eat. And I'll stop wallowing in the shadows. It looks creepy. You don't really do the whole, rogue in the corner ordeal.
It's not my forte.
And you came up to the top of the windmill to perch? Like, I know you're a bird, but come on.
It's, like I said, it's the only place that I could get far enough without getting lost. And
Yeah, you save the light down there. Look, I'm not going to force you to come back, but when you're ready, I did heat up some of the meats. I had a couple stored up for the night. Wanted to be a reward for us finding a direction of this rod.
all right, I'll make my way down.
When you're ready. We good?
Yeah.
I love you, buddy. Now, let me, and then she'll flip down. And I'm running back to the party.
Anything else happening tonight?
I mean, I heated up some of the meat rations because, yay, we found the rod, so.
I would imagine that Oordem would have recounted what happened the night before. what he saw in the mind of Garret to recount that to obviously Vera and Canis.
Okay.
If you want to roleplay that, we can, but I can figure it would just be repeat of information.
Yeah.
Plus, I can't follow that up. I mean,
Well, he could also just. We could start with him at the tail
Coming-
end of telling you
right,
guys.
going back, like, and then I snapped, came to, and that's when I read his mind and learned all that.
So he's a victim of circumstance.
I mean,
relate.
we all are, but welcome back. We
You ready
all
to
are,
rest now? Sorry, Oordem, I keep interrupting you.
I mean, this seems important, but go on. Let's talk
No,
about
no,
it.
I hear you, Oordem. We listen to you.
Well, no, Ellanis, this is happening while you're up.
I thought we were coming to the trail end, but if that's
Yeah, it's
No, it
pretty
was
much
tail end of him explaining, so we didn't have to go through explaining. it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but yeah, it's victim of circumstance, but that vision that he saw, that I saw, was a prediction. That wasn't just trickery, illusion, influence. That was
A potential ending? Not the one?
not even an ending. It's doesn't end there, man, with us, but that's the point. Doesn't end.
Just because it's what you saw doesn't mean that that's what's to be. That's what's
don't
to
know
be
about
if
that.
he wins. Which he's not.
Well,
Well, what, Oordem?
I don't know. I've known Garret for a while, and this is just him being this susceptible to influence frightens me.
Do you think maybe there's a reason?
That he's susceptible to influence.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps
Yes.
he wants something. Perhaps he's just, I don't know. I don't want to sit here in an armchair.
Diagnosis, no, you're right.
Yeah, yes. But
No, of course not. But, I mean, I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason why he's so susceptible to Vecna. If not him, then it could have been literally any one of us.
no,
Right.
but not with a spell. I can't instantly kill somebody with this whip.
None of us can instantly kill somebody. That's ridiculous.
Apparently, Garret can, or Vecna can.
That was not Garret. He's a powerful wizard, yes. He's not that strong. That was
On his own.
On his own, no.
Oh, hello, Ellanis. Welcome back.
sorry, had to run away. Did the sausage burn?
No, no.
Thank you.
Eat. Rest. No more sneaking off.
I
So
had
as things-
something to say.
So as things kind of start to calm down and or down as you're trying to slowly get over your anger towards
The situation.
the situation
obviously
and
team
Garret
towards
Garret himself. There's everyone eats up, finishes their evening, kind of wraps things up, and Oordem, as you're kind of just laying down thinking and going to, like, just looking up at the cloudy sky. So everyone's going to be sleeping since Mercy and the others will be watching over you. You can't help but just feel still a little bit angry about the whole situation. And just slowly something just quietly creeps into your head. And you just it's slightly familiar, but then at the same time you just see a flash of like red. And it calls out to you.
Call out.
Oordem. And that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
Ah, funny.
That was good.
I wonder if there will be a Phil campaign where I don't get mentally abused.
Ah,
No.
You sign up for it.
please let this be a normal field trip with the Phil. No way.
Go away. Yeah.
Play a really dumb character that just can't think of things and has
No,
like,
Phil would find
yeah.
a way. Phil would
Yeah.
100% still find a way.
Do a Flowers for Algernon thing, makes him smart for a while, and then slowly loses it over the campaign.